Did you ever wonder why people dislike gun owners? Well, it's people like Sarasota Tim. He is a horrible example of a responsible gun owner. From the very beginning, as soon as he started showing his firearms, we knew he is a horrible example of someone that is responsible gun owner. Yeah, he is the total opposite.
This one, now there are smaller revolvers. I think it's called an LCP or something. This fits in there fine. The barrel is protruding. The gun sight is a slant, so it's really not going to impede the draw. But because of the way the
first of all, these one size fits all holsters for no. If you have something that you can take your say 9mm and semi-auto and put it in it, and you can pull that out and put a revolver in it, and you can pull that out and put a 380, little 380 in it, and no, they're horrible. There's no retention. They're bad. And second of all, it doesn't matter. You treat every gun as if it's loaded. That means even if it is, you don't put your finger over the. It's just already just silly things like that. He's so irresponsible, and that's just the beginning. Let's continue. Now we're going to speak more about his storing and carrying of a firearm. Now he's going to display something that many people have. I actually have one because I wanted to see what they were, but just how he carries, what he carries in, and the placement of his carry. So yeah, let's just check out this fiasco.
here is in a Remora holster. Notice how there's no belt loop strap or anything like that for your belt. This is a tacky type material that when you stick it inside your waistband, it goes inside your waistband, and when you stick it inside your waistband, it kind of just sticks to your skin. I usually put this one in the small of my back. And this is my everyday carry weapon because it is a 9.
So there we heard. It's his everyday carry in a Remora holster, small of the back. So here's the things that's wrong with, all right, I do have a Remora and a sticky, and they're similar, but I use them if I have my little 380 and I'm going outside just for a bit and coming back in, I will stick it in there and stick it in my pocket because it's a small firearm. And when you pull it out, it's got that big flap on it that it catches on your pocket, and it doesn't allow the holster to come out. It's similar to the ones that actually come with like a Ruger LCP or LCP2. They come with a little one like that. It's similar to that, but it's not sticky. But this one, it will actually stay in your pocket, allow you to draw. The second thing though was, what did he say? Small of the back. So he sticks this against his back, which is, I don't care. Personally, it's a horrible place. If you get knocked down on your back, you're getting spine damage if you're falling on a big hunk of metal. Second of all, in a sticky holster, so if you move to whatever, bend over, it can just plop out. And what anybody knows, once you have something there for a long time, even if it's gone, you don't notice it for a while because you get used to that thing being there, so it's no big deal. That thing could fall out at any moment. You heard him tell you, there's no retention whatsoever. It just kind of sticks to your skin. That is, and in the small of your back, you can't see, it's the most ridiculous thing. So that's just one more thing that, again, irresponsible all the way around. And I do want to reiterate, I do have, again, a Remora and a sticky holster. I don't use them. They just, no. But another thing about those holsters is the trigger guard is covered, the trigger's covered, but it's a soft material. And if you try real hard, you can get your finger in there on the trigger, and you could accidentally have an accidental discharge with those. They're not the greatest things as far as trigger covers. And speaking of that, this stupid thing that he has, one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen, and he's going to say something that it does, and you can clearly see, I can see that it does not work at all.
You know, the trigger guarded. So you stick this inside your waistband.
The trigger guard. I'm going to see if I can get this again. All right, just look, he's going to tap on this, and look how much play there is, and he's going to pull it up, and just watch for the spacing. You could clearly easily slide your finger underneath there, or something could get stuck down in there, your shirt or whatever, could get behind that stupid trigger guard and get stuck. Just pay attention. Look at that. Look how much it flaps.
You never want to be able to get to your trigger. So anyway, this is called the Versa Carry. It was kind of a whim when I bought this.
It is horrible. There's so much space between there.
You can't get to the trigger.
Look at that. He calls that a holster.
Because, see?
Look at that.
You never want to be able to get to your trigger.
See all that space? That's
so anyway,
ridiculous.
this is called the Versa Carry.
That's very horrible. That's horrible. I would never, ever trust that thing. But this is the thing that he does. Now, let's go along the same. Look at this ridiculous piece of garbage that he considers. And I can't. It's this.
Like you're in your kidney area here. And when you pull it, it's supposed to be a minimalist holster. Again, I went for these minimalist deals. It's a minimalist holster that you pull out, and this catches your belt loop. You want to make sure you got good, strong belt loops. And when you pull it out, you don't pull it straight up.
All right. First of all, it's a thug carry. It's not in a holster. So you're just sticking it in your pants, in the appendix carry area. You just stick it in your pants. There's no clip, there's no retention, there's no nothing. You just kind of stick it in there. The only thing that's keeping it from actually leaving your body is this little tether cord that's stuck on your belt loop. And you can see if it does come out somehow, the gun could easily fall right out of this thing. But look how this, just watch how you have to draw this thing.
You pull it out to shoot, and watch. I hope I don't hit my microphone here. But anyway, if you pull it out, this will grab your waist, and there you're ready to go. So you kind of give it.
And anybody that knows anything about concealed carry, that is not the way you draw and fire a gun. It's not. No, you don't know. What are you aiming at? What are you pointing at, Tim? You're yanking that thing. You have no idea what you're shooting at. That is the most ridiculous, stupid thing. But why does Tim have it? Because it's minimalist. It's minimalist. That is ridiculous. This guy is a complete moron, and he gives every single gun owner a bad name. He is this is an example of everything not to do. Now we're going to go into his vehicle, and we're going to see how this moron does everything one hand because he has to hold his phone, and how he handles a loaded firearm.
So let me take it out now. The weapon is loaded. Now we'll just take the bullets out.
Look at this. One-handed. Look. Oh, look. Look at this.
There you go. You can see. Let's just drop the...
Look at this ridiculous handling of a loaded fire. Look at that.
There you go.
There it is.
We'll go ahead and just put those right in here.
One-handed, because we have to have the phone.
Take this little gizmo right here.
Little gizmo.
And you can drop them out. Let me show you. Look at that.
This is the worst
These are
example.
357s I carry in it. Okay, so we've got a unloaded firearm now.
What is more important? The safe handling of a loaded firearm or getting that shot, Tim? What's more important? Did you see that? That is the most negligent bullshit. That is a loaded firearm in a vehicle that he has to manipulate everything one-handed because he is so worried about filming. What a moron. What a disgusting, negligent moron. And that's just, we're still not done. We're still not done. Let's move on to the real good one.
And when they opened up the door, I did leave my firearm in the door pocket. I normally carry my firearm. It was a Glock 26, a mini Glock, 9mm, and it was lifted. Reported stolen the next day because I didn't realize it that day.
There you go. So, you're a carrier, you have a concealed carry permit, you're carrying, but you don't carry. No. You just tote it along. You stick it in your door pocket. You forget to lock your vehicle door. Somebody's checking doors. They open it up. And what do they see right there in the door pocket as soon as that door swings open? That's right. The negligent man's firearm that he doesn't carry. And did you hear what he said at the end? Oh, I reported stolen as soon as I didn't see it that day. I didn't recognize that it was missing that day. It wasn't until the next day. Well, yeah, that's what you always, I mean, you really don't have to be aware of where your firearms are, do you? They can be laying around willy-nilly, and if one goes missing, I don't know where I put it. I had it. I know I have one. It's somewhere around here. Is it missing? I don't know. I don't think so. What? Oh, disgusting. He's disgusting. He is horrible. He is horrible. And not only is he horrible, he's moronic because he posts all this stuff on YouTube. He shows everybody how negligent and how moronic he is. And then this is going to lead us up to, that's right, well, not today, but yeah, present time, just a few short days ago.
Well, we haven't been here 5 minutes. We've been shooting already, and one got away from me.
All right. Now, this is important because, first of all, it came out that Wolverine Prepper, whatever he changed his name to, he said that he got caught with the slide. And then it came out that it was a staple gun. But Tim just said, one got away from me. Well, if he's right-handed, I don't know how or what he did to cut himself on the ring finger of your trigger hand. I don't know. But then he says, you know, because he did say, well, let me see if I can go back just a little bit.
We've been shooting already, and one got away from me.
One got away from me.
And I think I'll be all right, though. We're going to keep on shooting.
You're going to bleed out.
I was using the stapler, and I'm just hammering into the thing, and
now he said, he says one got away from me. Now he's saying I was using the stapler. How in the hell do you use a stapler? I mean, you put the target up and you take the little staple gun, you go, boom, 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 done. How do you do that with a staple? I don't know. So was it a staple gun? Did he limp wrist it, pull the trigger, the gun fly out, something smack him? What did he do? I think he did something stupid again. Whether it was with the firearm being negligent again, or whether it was a staple gun. How do you, again, if you're right-handed, you hold it and you use the staple gun. How do you get your ring finger? I don't know. I'm confused. I don't know. I don't know what he did, but that's beside the point, because this whole entire ordeal of what these two morons did is this total ridiculousness and again, negligent from the start.
I don't know. I got something here. I've been taking so many Advil. I'm bleeding profusely.
Yeah.
Nothing happened, folks. All right, everybody. Sorry about the wind. We're not going to show you shooting, but we're getting.
All right. So here we got these geniuses. It's very obvious. You got a skid that's leaned against a bush, and they stapled these targets, paper targets, to said skid. Now you can clearly see in the back, what's that? That's clearly a road, and it winds and twists around. So where you're shooting, you have several opportunities to hit people that are driving down that road. You can clearly see the road, and you can clearly see where they're shooting, the direction that these two clowns are shooting. There's no berm, there's no backstop, there's no nothing. Some flimsy pieces of slat wood with big gaps in between, shooting at paper at a road. That's what these two geniuses, these two, yeah, I'm not even going to call them gun owners. They're horrible. And the clown that's with him is just as bad.
Ready to leave. We want to show you our targets. This is what we did.
And look, just think of all the misses, and you can see, just imagine how many flew down that road.
Good shots. It's some
it's horrible.
in here.
Look at the ones up top. Did you see those ones up top? Just
over here,
grazing the paper.
This one pretty good.
Look up there in the top right corner. You know, if all those scattered, pulled, yanked shots that didn't even hit a target missed, just think how many missed the damn skid and everything. And then he's going to show you how far away they were standing and still couldn't hit shit.
Good. All these in here. Not very many bullseyes.
Not very many hit
here,
the paper.
One there, one here. This area here got tore up pretty good. We were shooting from two areas. One was right here, probably about 20 feet.
Now you tell me, you look, and you tell me from where his little gnarled up hand is to where the dude is. Is that 20 feet? You're out of your fucking mind. It's 10, 12 feet at the most. Just think of a basketball hoop, how high a basketball hoop is. Or just think of how a 6 foot tall man could lay down there. It's like two men. It's like two 6 foot tall men. It is not 20 feet away. There's no way. And even at 20 feet, where they are, and they can't hit that, I can fucking throw a rock. I can throw a rock and hit more bullseyes. These dudes are shooting. I can't believe. I'm dumbfounded, and I'm sorry about the wind noise, but that's not me. But we'll just carry it because there's more I got to talk about.
And the other one was on the other side of this ridge here, and we couldn't hit anything.
And he's going to say, we couldn't hit anything. Look how far away. He's acting like they're 100 yards away. It's right there. It's right there. And I want you to look, I want you to take notice. I want you to take notice too. Do these guys seem to be wearing any safety gear at all? Any personal protection? Eyewear, ear protection, or anything? Out there shooting 9mm at a road, at people driving down the road is basically what they're doing. I don't know. I don't see anything
from here. We couldn't hit the side of a barn door. It wasn't until we moved up to this flat rock right there, and we were standing at this line.
And you still couldn't hit shit.
Here, stand there and see if I can hit you.
Did you see that shit? Did you? I know he was just playing finger guns, but when you're out on a range and you are doing stuff with firearms, that is the most ridiculous, irresponsible, childish bullshit And then to laugh the way he did, to point at someone. I mean, is this any way to display yourself? As Tim says, in front of the world and his 98,000 subscribers, is this any way to show how you conduct yourself when you are handling firearms?
We're dying of thirst. We're out of here.
I just think this is the most ridiculous, childish bullshit.
We're dying of thirst. We're out of here.
And there you go. That's Timmy. That is Tim.
Timmy!
The most irresponsible, moronic knucklehead. The other thing, I was watching one of his videos and he has this, he calls it his range bag. He has a bag that he takes to the range. And basically what it is it's a bag where he just kind of puts his guns in them stupid holsters that we just went over and throws them in a bag and just tosses them in a bag and then carries them around. Now, I want to show you something. I also have a range bag. Here it is. You notice there's 2 pairs of safety glasses. There's some ear plugs. On this side, we have my ear muffs and some rags to wipe things off. And then there's a rag in there that I use to wipe sweat off and some other things. And I have ammo and everything else in there. Plus I have ammo cans. And my weapons are not just tossed in. They're in this. And they sit down in the bag and they're nice and transported. There's cushions between each single one. They're not banging together. They're not rubbing around. And they're not in there flying around where shit can get in to the trigger guards and have an accidental discharge. And all of my weapons have their own designated, not one size fits all, not one for everything, not the cheap way. Everyone has a hard Kydex holster made to fit each weapon. Clicks in, has retention, has clips to secure it to your gun belt, not your Walmart dressy belt. You hear that? It's in there. It's not coming out. See the trigger? It's right there. There's the trigger. You're not getting anything. You're not getting anything in there. I just don't know what else to say. This guy is a clown. And not only is he dangerous, he's a menace to himself and everyone else around him when he has anything to do with firearms. He's negligent. We know he just left it in his unlocked vehicle in the door pocket and then noticed it was gone the next day. If that wasn't enough, I just showed you a whole bunch of other things. And again, like I said, not only is he stupid that way, but he's dumb enough to actually record himself doing this ridiculous bullshit and post it for the world to see. And if that's not a moronic asshole, I don't know what else is.
I'm BlindViews, and that's the way I see it.
What we do here is go back.